everybody, and welcome back to the Lobotomy Corporation. I'm recording this one directly after the previous, so if I was given any tips, tricks, hints, or overall advice, and I don't mention it, that's why. But, even if you did give me one of the aforementioned things, I will read it. Just at the moment, I literally can't because I'm recording this directly after. But here's the plan. We are going to speed run as much as we can. I'm thinking we will do one midnight event. That way we can max out everybody's stats, because everybody at this point is really, really close to max stats. Some people are a little bit further behind than others, but overall, everybody is extremely close to max. Now, for example, Ingvar, he needs a little bit of work. We definitely haven't been using him as much as we should, but hopefully, with careful planning, I think we can do this. So, what we're gonna do, a tiny bit of farming. I'm thinking we'll do one midnight event. What's that? You're trying to attack my disciplinary team? Oh, you don't seem to understand what's coming for you, bud. Do you see how much attack and movement speed she has? Look, we're gonna go 1 times speed, and look at her. She is freaking zooming. Let's speed it up. Dead. She's so fast. Callie has become a freaking killing machine. Oh my god. Good luck killing her. I think you genuinely have to one-shot Callie, because with how fast she attacks and her recovering health, she can't die. Now, likewise, Kilana attacks so freaking fast, she does so much damage. And then if she gets the 10%, she goes up to 10 red damage, 10 to 11, right? She attacks so freaking fast, but she's kind of the tankier of the two. So, I mean, that's pretty good. By the way, I forgot to give it to her, but Kilana has called Sally's old White Knight suit. So, from now on, she will be the one who wears it. We do still have to get the second White Knight suit, but at the moment, you know, that's alright. Gonna expand welfare today and head on to managing the abnormalities. Don't worry, I'm not pushing you or anything. Just chill and take your time. Okay, we have our first really terrible anti-synergy. So Parasite Tree has a low probability of summoning someone to be blessed by it whenever an abnormality escapes. The issue is Punishing Bird constantly escapes. So I'm almost thinking... Oh, and I'm gonna hate this because we did a bit of farming, of course, but I think Parasite Tree was a mistake. If we can deal with it, I don't think it'll be that bad, but here's the issue. If we cannot prevent Punishing Bird for... Oh, jeez. There's not too much that escapes in this facility. Let's see. There's Punishing Bird. Big Bird could potentially get out. We would have to fail really badly 2 times in a row for Judgment Bird to get out. Or, then again, the little red puppet guys. Porcubus, in the same way, we either have to fail really badly, or the little red guys could potentially get him out. Someone would have to die with the buff for Night of Despair to get out. I guess there's a world where she can get out, although I think she's probably the rarest that will escape on her own without having a Big Bad Wolf. Yin and Yang have a moderate chance of getting out. This basically has 0 chance of getting out unless we were to spam the perform, I don't really see it getting out, even if the puppets do show up, since the Quiplaugh counter is 3. And that's really it. So, I mean, could it be worse? Yes. Will it get worse? Maybe. But at the same time, those elf ears could be really good to get rid of unwanted discords onto people. Since Discord, even though it does give a crap ton of attack stats and the chance to absorb damage, not everybody wants reduced health, and usually the health goes into the negatives. So, hypocrisy would be a really good way to get rid of that, but is it worth it? I truly don't know, because once it blesses 5 people, that's it. We might just have to deal with it, because the other... I don't know. See, a part of me is an insane part of me is almost thinking, what if we just took Censored, right? Like, okay, I know how that sounds. I know you're thinking, Shadow, you did not just say that. And trust you me, I've regretted it twice already, but this 3rd time, I really think it would still be a mistake. But the only reason I think we could do it is because we can send Little Red to go fight him. Little Red could do all of the Censored heavy lifting so that we don't have to summon rabbits, we don't have to chance anyone dying. We could just have her deal with them. Potentially. I can't believe it. We actually have somewhat of a, at least sounding, decent strategy on our hands. Yeah, I don't know. Parasite Tree might have been a mistake. This might have been my first really terrible call. It's time to put my money where my mouth is. I truly believe we can suppress Censored. I truly believe we can do it. Will it be easy? Oh, you bet it won't. But let's see what we can do. She's almost... Oh! So Sally can get about halfway through his health bar before needing a bit of intervention. That is pretty good. So we've used 2 SP bullets on her so far. That is my first time I've ever successfully suppressed Censored without the use of rabbits. And it only took 2 SP bullets. We can finally deal with Censored after all of this time. If that isn't a show of growth, I don't know what is. Would you like to expand the record, team? He's not here because we haven't done a suppression. I decided to go with Papa Day because having a Teth this low, super easy. That's literally the only reason I picked Papa Day, even though he could cause problems considering he is an escaping abnormality, but we'll see. I'm trying to pick the easiest to manage things. But I gotta be honest, we're sort of running out. There are 3, as far as I can tell, 3 abnormalities that we have not discovered. The first one is the button that I was warned not to take. The second one is one that has the description, "It will return to dust." And the third one is, "That's not a flower. Evacuate immediately." As far as I know, those are the last 3 abnormalities that we need to discover in order to get the true ending. So, what I'm gonna do we're finally going to do the strat, which we haven't done, where we take the abnormalities in question, we fully research them, and then we go back to the memory imprint day. There's only 3 left, so we won't have to do it very much. We can pick up 2, finish them, and then we could just go back. So, I guess I'll see you when I get them. Okay, so, we have the "That's not a flower, evacuate immediately." And hopefully, it's nothing too terrible. Let's see. It's HE, I think? Pretty sure this is this is an HE. So, inside is Winsight, as usual. Let's see how we do. 00484 watches Aeon with its mysteriously luminous organ protruding out of the ground. Not a single employee has seen its full form. If it completely gets out of the containment unit, our corporation may collapse. Oh! It escaped. Okay, so it doesn't like flawless attempts, apparently. 4, 8, 12. Okay. When the work result was bad, it lowered. When the work result took less than 40 seconds to complete, it lowered. The facility systems and the employees will be unable to detect the abnormality when it escapes. Thus, the manager will need to manually pinpoint it and order suppression directly. Oh, good. I think there's only one other abnormality that acts this way. So now we need to look around and find it, because we can't just order a suppression. This is going to be an annoying one to figure out. I'm sorry. I think we found it. 500 damage. Okay. Fine. Fair enough. You are so dead. I will spare you the, being eaten. Meh. 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 Yeah. Oh. Should have executed him. Okay, so here's the issue. If it doesn't like good and bad results, all of our people are max stats. So how am I supposed to figure this out? Other than just doing it very slowly. Good news. Aeon is way too good at what he does. 30%. Still basically nailed it. How are you supposed to deal with this thing? Repression is definitely the way to do it, but ugh, this is gonna be annoying. Meat Lantern. Teth. Man, this thing is so annoying. So, Evo Knight, the true Chad, managed to get a neutral, but it wasn't above 40 seconds, so it still escaped. So it doesn't even matter if we get a neutral, because we just do it too fast. So this thing is a nightmare to discover. I think the only way we could do it in not such an annoying way is maybe have like a really low temperance employee, and then just, I don't know, like maybe 1 temperance spam insight. That's the only thing I can really think of. The day is complete, and we managed to fully max him out, which means we no longer need this thing in our facility ever again. Which is a good thing, because this thing is annoying. For a Teth, this is like, I feel like if you get this thing really early on in the game, you're gonna have a bad time. But, I mean, then again, I guess it is, the later in the game you go, the worse it gets, so, So, since we're going through all of the abnormalities, give or take, I decided we may as well do this one while we're at it. I already know what this one does. So, we're bringing in good old Sanchez, because he's gonna work on it so no one else has to. And in he goes. Sanchez is starting to feel that his hair is just a burden. Somehow, bald people always look professional. So you still have your silky hair? He's now bald. That's it. That's all this abnormality does. And then, if you interact with it again... Sanchez is taking off their wig because they feel proud of their partial, balding. So, basically, bald characters have a 100% success rate with this thing. Yeah, fantastic. So, we're just gonna fill it out, and then just forget it ever existed, basically. Alright, filling it out time. You still seem to be keeping your silky hair. You've been struck by the Balder's awesome beam. If you don't work now, every employee, including you, will lose all their hair and become bald within a month. It's not too late. 30, 29, 28. Yep. And there you go. He's been fully filled out. Now I'm gonna get his weapon and armor, and we're gonna pretend this never happened. Alrighty, this is the final abnormality that we have to look over, I think. So, I was told the button is not required. I don't know if you're bald is required, but I decided to do it anyway for simplicity's sake. Button, I don't know what button does. All I know is that it's not required. So, let's figure out what Pink Horse does. TO453 remembers the scorches inside. Perchance, we tried to make a human without a heart. Ooh, does not like Windside very much. Dietrich Floyd wants to hibernate cozily in a bed of flowers. Okay, a flower blooms in everyone's heart. Okay. I mean, that didn't seem too bad. I should have known better. Ah, there you are. Send in the A-team. Immune to white. Okay, you guys are coming back. Ah! Ooh! Okay, that thing does a lot of white damage. Bounces hallway to hallway, though. Doesn't seem like it's the worst. It just has a lot... you know what? It reminds me of Snow White's apple, actually. Ow. So far, I'm getting Snow White apple vibes. Dietrich Floyd is deeply impressed by the lavender that suffuses the containment unit. It's a big word. A refreshing scent gushes out of Dietrich Floyd instead of metallic blood as they fall asleep, covered in flowers. I'm sorry? Got out again. Okay. When the work was over... Oh, we should be going for attachment. Well, let's suppress her again. Once bloomed and withered, Alaroon realized the meaning of resurrection. Wherever it may head, its traces will remain, and all lives will gather with Alaroon. I think this is a... Yes! Okay, we got a good result. So. Interesting. This thing doesn't seem too terribly bad, just a little bit of finessing needed. Even with minus 12%. Ooh. Oh, wow. Okay, probably shouldn't do repression. Alrayun Vav. Genuinely, Alrayun was much easier to max out than Ooh, the one just before it that I cannot remember the name of. The mouth one that does like 500 red damage. This one was a lot easier. It was a fair amount of effort, but we finally find ourselves at the end of this episode. So, I think overall we got a ton of farming done. Every single character is now max stats. Some are naturally higher than others. For example, Kura has 130 max HP, whereas most people have 126. I don't know why, but unfortunately we didn't get a high roll, and we don't have a single 110 character for Justice. So, little bit of a shame, but at the end of the day, it's only 2 Justice, so even though it is a shame, it's not the end of the world. For example, I would have liked Callie to have the extra 2, because then she would have been at a nice, clean. Whew, it is getting increasingly harder to choose low danger abnormalities. For example, we had to choose 2 abnormalities that are capable of breaching, which not the best in the whole world, but you know, at least they're only HEs. The problem is that has been causing Little Red to get a little bit upset. Is she the hardest to suppress? No, considering Sally is in the same department as her, it really hasn't been all that bad. But all in all, the fact that she is now starting to breach could become a problem. Now, Red Shoes is a great one because nobody gets taken over by the shoes. The only thing we need to worry about for that is the clerks. Which, when is that not the case? When are you not worrying about the clerks? So, that is going to do it for this episode of Lobotomy Corporation. Oh, and by the way, our first abnormality that we'll see in Bina is Redalta. Not my favorite choice, but he is only an HE, and he doesn't really do very much, as long as you don't go insane while he's breaching, otherwise he'll eat you. So all in all, we are going to have to start picking up some more dangerous abnormalities soon, which is not great, but hey, that's how it goes. For the most part, we have a ridiculously safe facility, so you know, I could complain that we have to pick the bad abnormalities now. But I mean, every single one of our departments, except for maybe Record Team, has super, just like, low effort abnormalities. And Welfare, which has Censored. But all in all, it's been going well. I'm pretty proud of how we've been doing. Everybody is max stats. And not to mention the amount of gifts that we've been getting from all of the farming that I've been going insane while doing. We've also gathered up a really good amount of LOB points, so if multiple people die, we can replace them fairly easily. Now, they won't be max stats, we'll have to farm that back up, which will be a little bit of a chore, but, you know, at the moment, everybody is max stats, and I'm feeling good. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this one, and in the next one, I have 3 plans. 1, do Hakma. 2, defeat White Knight. And 3, get to the bottom department. I forget what it's called, but the really huge office. Bye.